The Lantern Keepers. In a bustling city that never seemed to sleep, the streets were always alive with the glow of neon lights and the hum of technology. Yet, in the heart of this modern maze, humanity faced an unexpected trial, a rolling blackout that plunged neighborhoods into darkness. The machines people relied on faltered, and with them, the sense of connection they'd taken for granted began to dim. Among the crowd lived Mira, a quiet librarian who had always felt invisible in a city of millions. She found comfort in her small apartment, lined with shelves of books, where the outside world's noise seemed far away. When the blackouts began, Mira lit a single lantern, a relic from her grandmother, its warm glow filling her space with a fragile sense of calm. The next evening, as darkness swallowed the streets again, Mira noticed her elderly neighbor, Mr. Ito, sitting alone in the corridor outside his flat. He stared at the shadows with a mix of confusion and fear. Without thinking, Mira took her lantern and joined him. She offered him tea by its light, and together they shared stories of their pasts. For the first time in years, they truly spoke. Word of the lantern spread. The following night, another neighbor knocked on Mira's door, carrying a guitar. "Mind if I join you?" he asked. Soon the corridor became a gathering place. People brought instruments, candles, and even food to share. Each night, the lantern's light seemed to grow, not in brightness but in spirit. It wasn't long before other buildings adopted the idea, creating little hubs of community across the darkened city. One night, as the group sang together, a child asked Mira, "Why do you think the blackouts happened?" Mira paused, the flickering lantern casting soft shadows on her face. "Maybe," she said gently, "the world needed us to slow down and remember what matters. Sometimes we forget that light doesn't just come from electricity, it comes from us." Weeks later, the blackouts ended, and the city roared back to life. But something had changed. The lantern had sparked a movement, reminding the city's people of the importance of human connection. Mira's building kept their nightly gatherings, and her once quiet life became rich with friendships and purpose. The Lantern Keepers, as they began to call themselves, became a symbol for a world rediscovering its own light in the face of darkness. And Mira, the woman who once felt invisible, now stood at the center of a community that shone brighter than any neon skyline.